Before we close the show today, we'd like to talk about preparing a client to go to hospital in an emergency. If you are calling an ambulance here to see Knights on 000, you must have the client ready for the ambulance officers for when they arrive here. And here's my outsider to take up this bit of the story about getting us clients prepared for ambulance officers.
Yep, exactly. So if there's an emergency, keep the client where they are, make sure they're okay, give them anything they need, and call the ambulance straight away. Get the house manager. The house manager will come and will help you out in this situation while you're waiting for the ambulance.
And if you are calling an ambulance, give your name and address, such as, for example, 6 Stanley Street, St. Ives. Okay, this is just an example. And say the nearest cross street, which is Monavale Road, and the phone number, and state that you are calling from. Here's my outsider.
Yep, exactly. It's super important that you have that address. You'll need to give it to them straight away. You need to tell them which suburb you're in. You need to tell them your name, what the incident is, the name of the person who the incident's happened to, and then they will be on their way. So you need to make sure that you're going to be fast with the information, but also be accurate.
And what would you do if you were calling an ambulance for me?
What would I do? I would make sure that I'm giving all your correct information and that we have the house manager nearby and they're with me to support me in the journey through it.
So, be prepared for the ambulance officers, guys, because they need to go to another emergency, but sometimes the patient may not need to go to the hospital, but it is important for the ambulance to check the situation out anyway and make sure that you have the client's file ready for them so that the ambulance officers know which medication the client is on so that the ambulance officers can relay that message to the emergency department. Here's my outsider.
Yeah, exactly. You need to have all the information on you, and so that when the ambulance arrives, you can give it to them, they can know what's happening, and you can get through with the procedure as fast and as quickly as possible.
And that is our show for today. Thank you very much for joining us on our morning show today. And thank you to my special guest, and here she is with her closing message about what I've just told you out there now.
Thanks, guys. I hope you enjoyed the show today. And just remember, it's super important to follow all the correct procedures when calling an ambulance. Make sure you're only doing it when you really need to, and you're looking after all the aspects that need to be looked after.
And make sure that you have someone outside to wait for the ambulance.
Exactly.
Because they might not know where to come to. So be precise with your information. Direct the ambulance officers to wherever the patient is. So what would you do if you needed to direct the ambulance officers to me? Would you say, well, the patient is in this room?
Yep, we would say follow through this way, the patient is in this room, give them the number of the room, and make sure that you're guiding them to the correct place.
So that's our show. We hope that you've enjoyed it, and we'll see you next. Well, I'll see you next Tuesday morning on the show. But until then, everybody, have a fantastic afternoon. Thanks for watching, and bye-bye.